Welcome back to my channel. It's Jen from Jen's Extraordinary Life, and it's Vlogmas. And so today I thought we'd do something super fun and let's make a wreath. This is part of a side hustle that I have, but I just thought it would be super fun for me to show you guys how to do a quick Christmas wreath. Let's get started. All right, I've put together a few things here that I thought would be pretty, and I'll let you know where I got them and all of that if I remember. We're gonna start with a basic wreath form. This one did come from Michael's. It was 20 bucks, and it doesn't look great right now because it's all smushed, and that's usually how they come, but I'm gonna teach you how to fluff them, so we'll get to that. I got some bells. Thought these would be super cute. I think I picked these up last year. Looks like I might have gotten them at Michael's as well. I've got some different kinds of ribbon here. I've got this really pretty reindeer ribbon it's got some eucalyptus underneath it. So thought that was pretty. Some Merry Christmas ribbon, and then just some coordinating like brown and copper ribbon. I've got a couple of different picks here. Looks like these actually came from Walmart, and I got them last year, so I don't know if they're gonna have the same thing this year, but I liked the white and the pine cones to go with that ribbon, and these bells that I really adore these bells, and they've already got a little bit of white on them. I also grabbed some, these are from Michael's, some little pearl picks, and they have like a little silver leaf on them and some twirlies. They're really cute. So I got two of everything, and the bow, the bells, and the wreath form. So let's get started. Oh, I've got peppermint mocha in my coffee because it's Christmas. All right, first things first. Cut your price tags off your wreaths. Seems obvious, I know, but sometimes they get buried up in there and you don't even realize it. The second thing is, don't leave these wreath forms like this. Fluff these babies out, and all you do to fluff is just start pulling them up. Pull up each one of these little branches up and out until it looks fluffy. Kind of like fluffing a Christmas tree. And if you don't fluff your Christmas trees, or you don't know how to fluff your Christmas trees, it's the same concept. Do this same thing. All I'm doing is lifting them and pulling them out so that they are not all squished. And it looks so much better when you do that. I do the same thing with bows. Y'all, if you pull your stuff down from the attic or whatever, and your bows are smushed from last year, a year's worth of storage, you would be amazed at what fluffing a bow can do for a wreath. I have been known to fluff a bow on people's doors when I go to visit, if they have a wreath hanging there and their bow's looking a little janky or whatever. It's kind of a joke with some of my friends. I'll go over there and they'll answer the door and they'll catch me fluffing their ribbon, or I'll drop something by their house and they'll text me or call me later and say, I saw you on the Ring doorbell fluffing my wreath my wreath bows. But I can't help it. I like pretty things, and a smushed wreath to me is not pretty. It can be so much prettier if you just take a little bit of time and fluff it. All right, almost done. See how quick that is? Now, I think sometimes, I don't know all the time, but sometimes Michael's has these flocked wreaths on sale at Christmas time. So like, could be a doorbuster sale or something like that. You just kind of have to keep a lookout for it. So see how much prettier that looks now that it's all nice and fluffed? Y'all, that snow gets my allergies every time. All right. So sorry. I need to get a sip of this coffee. All right. So the star of my show is going to be the bells. And I want them kind of nestled in this wreath. So that's what I'm doing here. And then it came already with this little cord. Now, I should say on the back of this wreath, there is a little, you can see that, hanger. So I'm gonna take this rope and I'm gonna place it over that hanger, and then I'm gonna work these little branches in over that so that it's not so obvious that that rope is there. And then I'm going to actually zip tie this rope to that little ring. I didn't bring any zip ties in here with me, so I will do that after I am finished. Actually, let me go do that right now. Hang on just a second. Okay, I'm back. I went ahead and grabbed a couple of zip ties, and then I did grab some chenille stems, pipe cleaners, whatever you call them. I did that because this is an alternate to a zip tie if you don't have any zip ties, so I wanted to show you that. Anyhow, I'm just gonna go on here. I'm gonna take that zip tie and I'm just gonna pull it through that pre-made hanger and then attach that rope to it and then pull this as tight as I can. Then I'm gonna grab my pliers because I have arthritis and I'm gonna pull it tighter. Then I'm just gonna cut that end off, and there you have it. That's that. All right. So this would be totally acceptable and beautiful as is, but you know I'm extra. So I'm gonna need a bow. Now, I was gonna use the Merry Christmas and the deers and the brown, but I think that's gonna be a little too busy. So we're not gonna use the Merry Christmas. We're going with the deer and the brown ribbon. And I'm gonna make a bow. Now, I think with this one, what I'm gonna do is take my bow and put it here, and then I'm gonna put some tails down on either side. So let's do that. I'm gonna start with dovetailing the end of my ribbon. I just think it looks pretty. You don't have to do that, but you can. And then I'm gonna make a bow. I come down about 5 inches, pinch, twist, start my bow. Pinch, twist, make another loop on there, pinch, twist, another loop. I'm going to go with 4 loops on this one, pinch, twist, then I am going to cut that. I will dovetail that later. Then I'm going to take my brown ribbon, and this is just going to be an accent. I'm going to put it opposite the way this end is coming out. I'm going to put this end going the opposite direction. And then I'm going to just do 2 loops, same way, but a little bit smaller because I want to be able to see those deer. So a little bit smaller on those, and then cut that. Then I'm going to actually take one of these pipe cleaners. Now you could get it in the color of your ribbon, but you're really not gonna see this with all of that in there. So I grabbed green, and that's what we're gonna use. I could use a zip tie. Let me show you how that would look. I think I brought another, yeah. Nope, that's the end of that one. thought I brought another zip tie in here. Did I? What did I do with it? Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, so you could just a clear zip tie, put that around your bow, and then it's a little less visible. So I'll just do that with this one. Now, I am going to sell this wreath after I make it on my Etsy shop. So I'll put the link in the description to my Etsy shop and to this wreath. So if you're sitting here going, I could never do that, but I love it and I want it, go buy it. Or do it yourself. I mean, I think you can do this. All right, I'm gonna cut the end off of this because nobody wants the end of a zip tie hanging out of the wreath. Now I'm gonna cut all these, dovetail all of these little ends. I just think it makes it look a little fancier. And I'm all about making things extra, so that's what we're doing here. So I've dovetailed my ends, and then I'm going to take this bow and I'm going to put it right in the center above those bells, and I'm actually going to take the greenery from the wreath. I can grab two pieces, and I'm going to use that to attach this bow. So I'm just putting it in there, and then I am twisting. I absolutely love this kind of wreath form for that very reason. Now, you see my bow got a little smushed when I was doing that, so all you gotta do is stick your fingers in those loops and fluff it, and then it looks beautiful again. So we're at this point, you could leave it like that and it would be fine. Perfectly acceptable. I would hang that on my door. It's very simple and everything else, but you know, I'm a little extra, so we're gonna add some more to it. And what we're gonna add to it is these picks. Now, you could go hot glue these picks in, and I probably will do that. When we're finished, I'll probably grab the hot glue and make sure these are attached in very nicely. But for the purposes of this video, we're not going to glue them in place. I'm just going to tie them in place. Now, I've got 4 picks. I'm going to put 2 on each side, and I'm just going to go in and tuck these stems behind, one of each behind the bow. And then I'm going to take these pearls. I think I'm going to put those in front of that. Just play with it and decide, you know, I don't even know if I like these pearls in here. Let me see what I think about that. I think we don't need them. All right, we're just going to go with these 2 picks. So they have pine cones. They really go great with those deer. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take a couple of branches and I'm going to twist these picks in there to secure them. Later I'll go back, like I said, and I will hot glue them in there so they last a little bit longer. But I did not heat my glue pot up for this, so we're just going to go with this. I do want my little pine cone to show, so I'm going to manipulate that pick until I get my pine cone where I want it. All right, so there's that. Now, could we leave it like that? Sure we could, but Extra Jen says, let's add some more ribbon. So let's grab this. We're going to dovetail this end. I'm also going to grab some of this. This is brown, and I don't know if you can see, but let me see if I can put it in this camera. Like the edge of it, I don't think you can really tell, but maybe the edge of it is kind of like a copper. It's really pretty. And then this ribbon has that same coppery brown and copper glitter deer, and then kind of a golden glittery edge. So it's really, I mean, I don't know if you can really tell, but this is gorgeous ribbon. I get my ribbon from so many places. I really don't remember where this ribbon came from. I'm sorry. But, all right, so what we're gonna do is take this ribbon and kind of come down a couple of inches, pinch, and then we're gonna put this behind one of these picks. We're gonna secure it with a couple of branches. And then I'm just gonna take it and bring it a couple of inches down, maybe 10 inches, so that it can puff out some. Make a little loop, and then I want it to end just below the bottom of those bells. So I'm gonna pinch it and then twist it there. Then I'm gonna kind of separate those bows because I want you to be able to see the deer. And then I'm just gonna make a little tail here. I'm gonna dovetail that. And I'm gonna dovetail this one. Almost did that upside down. And then I'm gonna spread those out, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So this video is part of a series for Vlogmas 2022. And so I'll be posting something every day for the month of December. You can hashtag Vlogmas, VLOGMAS, and search for all kind of videos for Vlogmas. And some of those will be mine. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing on this side. We're coming just behind this pick. We're gonna attach this ribbon with the branches. I was trying to think of the word. All right, then we're gonna come down with our loop just to the bottom of our bell, same as the other side. Twist that in there. I'm gonna make my deer ribbon the star of the show. So it's going up front. And we're gonna dovetail these ends and fluff them. And we are finished with this gorgeous wreath. All right, the other thing you could do with these bells is go in and drill a hole in here and attach them, but pretty much they're gonna stay unless you live in like an uber windy climate. If you're just putting this on your front door, it's pretty much gonna stay. Now this is kind of a thicker wreath. You can see I'm turning sideways here to show you. Because of those bells, this is gonna be a little bit of a thicker wreath, so you wouldn't wanna put this one between a storm door and your front door, but you could just hang this on your door if it is on a covered porch. This could also be beautiful inside. I could totally see this hanging above a fireplace. Or inside, like if you have a the back of your door. Don't neglect the back of your doors, people, because as people are leaving your home, why not have a gorgeous wreath on the back of your front door, so as they're leaving they see that. So you know, people always put one on the outside, but neglect the inside. So I say don't neglect the backs of your doors. Go ahead and put a wreath on there. So this would be gorgeous there. It would just be beautiful anywhere, indoors or outdoors. And because this is just a little plain little flocked evergreen wreath, it will do great outside. If you have a really humid climate, like wet, like we kind of have here in Florida, or snowy, either one, your ribbon may get a little damp from that. So that's kind of some stuff you want to keep in mind. You could spray this ribbon with like a water seal protectant to kind of help keep the moisture out and keep it dry. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this encourages you to make a wreath of your own or go shop. That's adorable. But either way, I wish you a very, very, very Merry Christmas. I thank you for stopping by my channel. I would love for you to subscribe. Come back tomorrow and watch my next video. Come back every day this month and watch my videos. Like, comment, share, just all of the things. And until next time, I hope you have an extraordinary life and a very Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.